North American Wrestling Association, you're guaranteed the finest in professional wrestling. Hello, everyone. I'm Tedd Webb, and welcome to South Atlantic Wrestling. It is a pleasure to have on my side. I should say it is an honor and a pleasure to have at my side a legend in professional wrestling, Mr. Paul Jones. Hello, Paul.
Well, Ted, it's great to be here. This program is just getting bigger and bigger every week, and the people in here are already starting to holler.
I'll tell you what, we've got a great program planned for the folks tonight. You'll see the North American Wrestling Association heavyweight champion, the Tennessee stud, Robert Fuller, in action. The newly crowned tag team champions, the Nasty Boys. They won the titles in a tournament in Georgia. They're going to be here today. They're going to be talking to us. We'll see Vince Torelli, and I'm looking forward to meeting two newcomers, Rip Morgan and Jack Victory. I hear that these are rough, tough competitors.
Well, they are. You know, it's just the Nasty Boys winning the World Tag Team belts doesn't surprise me because they have the ability. I knew they'd do a lot of things, and but just the job now is for someone that we like to defeat them. And, you know, Rip Morgan and Jack Victory, they're strangers to no one, so we'll be seeing a lot of things about them. I'll be back. It's getting kind of crowded.
Hold up here this minute. Let's get a little bit of pretty in here. You're talking about World Tag Team Champions. There's a lot of stuff went down this week. I think it's time to clear it all up right now. You know, the other day, 1,000 pounds of the greatest wrestling potential in all of the world. I'm going to shut up out there a little bit. We're trying to talk. Was all brought into the NAWA offices, and they was going to take us in there. It's going to take Matt Borne, the Nasty Boy, the Tennessee stud, and slap us on the wrist. Boy, is that a joke. Let me tell you what happened. Matt Borne got up out of his chair. He took that chair, and he threw it clean through the side of the wall. The glasses fell down on the end of the boss's nose. Their false teeth fell out on the floor. They picked them up, put them back in backwards, and started eating themselves to death. That's about the funniest thing I ever seen in my life. You hold it a second, George.
Wait a minute. Let me tell the people the rest of the stories while y'all are having a good laugh. These men right here, what they did in that office, they got fined heavily. You tell them about that.
Hey, let me tell you, Jones, you're stepping a little out of your bounds. You're nothing but an advisor, and a bad one at that. You're nothing but a commentator, a color commentator. I can tell by the yellow streak down your back. He's scared to death. I can see in his eyes. You scared him plumb to death. You better watch yourself. Looking at you in the face reminds me of something. Get that boy of yours out here. I want to see Torelli. I got something for him right here. Come on out here, Torelli. Anyway, let me finish. Go get him and get him out here. Anyway, right there we realize, fines or no fines, that we got a year's contract in this company, and there's not a darn thing they can do about it. We might as well own this company. We are the stud stable. We are the stud stable, and that means we have our own organization. We're going to buy off every bit of potential in here. Come over here, son. Get him in here.
Stunned by all of the
Look here, son. You're one of the finest wrestlers this stable's ever seen. We'd be proud to have you. I want you to read that contract. Take it and read it now. It's worth it. Read it. Read it, son. You know what we like about this boy right here? This is a wrestling fool right here. This son of a gun knows more holds right here than anybody I ever seen. And with the expertise that we can put on him, we can put a little fire in this man right here. He can be one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Get in there. Get him back out of here. Tell us what you think about it.
Look at that money.
Hey. I'd like to have my advisor, Paul Jones, look at this with me. Paul, this is a lot of money. It's an awful lot of money.
Here you go.
Yeah, it is.
There's the pen. Sign it, Ben. Come on, Vinny.
Let me tell you.
Come on, buddy. Sign it, Vince. That's more money right there.
You can do what you want to do, but let me tell you this, Vince. They're promising you a shortcut. There ain't no shortcut to hard work. Let me tell you something, Vince. I've been down this road before. You sign this, you're signing your life away to this type of material.
We're taking you right to the top. Right to the top. We got the belt. We got the belt. Come on, buddy.
I got to go with my advisor and decline this offer.
Well, come on, Vince. We got a message.
Let me take it. Hold man. Let me tell you something, boy. Let me tell you something. You signed your death warrant with that right there. You're on one side of this fence, or you're on the other side of the fence. I nickel for that boy's career right now. Not a nickel for it. We're going to do this kid away.
Sir, obviously he's got a higher price tag than you thought he had. Well, let's turn it over to our ring announcer, Fabian Fuentes, and get on with the action.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring right now, weighing 235 pounds from Ackworth, Georgia. Here is Ranger Ross. From Los Angeles, California, here is Hollywood Tommy Landell.
Well, Paul Jones, I have to tell you that I'm a little stunned over what just transpired. I can certainly tell you that Vince Torelli certainly showed that money is not the main ingredient, because I saw the numbers on that contract, and it was rather impressive.
Well, I tell you one thing, you brought up the money, Ted. You know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I was 100% sure that he was going to see it my way, but it just goes to show you the type of caliber Torelli is, and I was right from the beginning. The man will stick behind me 100%, and I will stick behind him. And I tell you one thing, those guys, they're poison. No matter where they go, they're gonna try to recruit wrestlers. They're gonna try to build their own stable. And this is Fuller's MO. He comes from a long line of stables, starting back with him and his father and his brother.
I understand that the fines that were levied against the stud stable for their actions in the office were rather large.
Exactly. I just noticed it here in the ring here. This Ranger Ross really impresses me. He stands for everything that I stand for, and that's a good old USA. And he represented our country when a lot of people wouldn't.
Well, I'll tell you something, Paul. He was all Army, wrestled on the Greco-Roman team, undefeated. This is a true patriot. We're talking about a guy that was involved in the invasion of Grenada, a man that was involved in the Iran rescue mission in 1980, and in 1985 was patrolling the jungles of San Salvador. He has seen combat. He has been shot at, and the guy doesn't back away from anything. It's a joy to watch him. He mixes a combination of the martial arts and the Greco-Roman style, a double threat, and a guy that can flat beat you in many ways.
Exactly, Ted. You know, the other night I was someplace where he was wrestling, in the dressing room afterwards. I told him, I said, Ross, I said, you got one problem. I said, you're too nice. You can't take the beating from these men. You've got to dish it out. I mean, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Get in there and show them your ability and just beat them, because a lot of wrestlers will take advantage of you, and they're trying to take advantage of Ross. And with all his ability and everything, I said, get in there and fight.
What a breath of fresh air. You talked to him here. Ranger Ross. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very polite. I mean, it's a rare trait to see a professional athlete nowadays, anybody, but especially a professional athlete who is as high paid as he is, look at you and say, yes, sir. I mean, I was taken back by that. He's in there right now against Tommy Landell from Hollywood, California. Landell has him up for a body slam.
Landell is no pushover. This man, he's a toughie. He's stocky built, and those are the hardest type to beat.
I'll tell you what, though, I think that tonight he is a little outman, a little out-talented, and perhaps outmatched against Ranger Ross.
Yeah.
Ross demonstrating some of the martial arts right there. Boy, that's a tough kick to the side of the rib, right to the liver, right to the side of the head, and Landell. Landell is doing the serve.
He's got me applauding here behind the camera.
Well, I know that you appreciate great talent, Paul, and you're not going to see much better than what you're seeing in the ring right now in the form of Ranger Ross.
This crowd here But they're ready for this action. Did
you see that backdrop?
Beautiful backdrop.
Beautiful backdrop. Snapmare takedown, and Ranger Ross coming off the ropes. He says, that's how you drop the elbow, Landell. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Sal Correnti almost had a pin there. He is the third man in the ring for this opening match. Full body slam. Landell right now in trouble, trying to turn the momentum. And this has got to hurt. Working on the neck. That is a maneuver obviously learned in the Rangers, Paul.
Well, that's exactly right. You know, and it's just that this Ranger Ross, he's got as far as he has this far because of his discipline, you know, and his military background. And there,